Where is all the money going? Welcome back, everyone. With a recent state stimulus package passing, it's important for you guys to know exactly where this money is going. Where is this money being earmarked, and what areas are getting more money than others? We're going to be talking about everything you need to know in regards to this state stimulus package. With that being said, let's get started and dive right into today's video. But before we do, as always, make sure you guys do a couple things for me. Number one, give this video a tremendous thumbs up. Smash that like button. I would appreciate that. If this video gets to 500 likes, we will do another cash giveaway where we give away $100 to a few of you lucky subscribers. If you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed, because once we get 20,000 subscribers, we'll do another cash giveaway, and you'll have to be subscribed to be entered into that giveaway. Make sure you also have notifications turned on. With that being said, let's get started and get right down to it. So lawmakers in this particular state have finally agreed to use the remaining $2.2 billion towards social programs and other areas. This comes amid the state finalizing a $45.2 billion budget a week after the deadline. So here's an overview of the spending and exactly what we can expect. Now, which state is this? Well, this is Governor Tom Wolf, because this is the state of Pennsylvania. Starting with conservation and clean water, a total of $640 million, which is the biggest chunk of spending, will go to conservation efforts that include ensuring clean water for state residents, the rehabilitation and repair of state parks, and maintaining water and sewer systems. Of that, $320 million will be transferred to a pre-existing state program that helps water authorities, big and small, with drinking water and storm sewer projects, flood control projects, and to repair unsafe dams. Another $220 million will fund efforts to preserve farmland and clean up farm and mine runoff that may harm the state's water supply. Finally, in regards to conservation and clean water, the budget provides $100 million for the rehabilitation, repair, and development of state parks and forests. Another super important allocation and an area which is getting hundreds of millions of dollars is housing. Lawmakers directed $375 million to help low and middle income homeowners and landlords fix their properties and to increase or shore up the state's affordable housing units. Of that, $125 million will fund a program modeled on the Whole Homes Repair Fund from State Senator Nikhil Saval, Democrat from Philadelphia. Saval had said, quote, "I thought that there were issues that cut across geography, that cut across rural, urban, and suburban areas, one of them being that everyone has a right and deserves a home that is safe, dry, and healthy." And it's important that not only do we help out homeowners, but definitely those landlords, because renters need a place that is safe. The Whole Home Repair Program will award grants and loans to homeowners and landlords to make repairs to their properties. Funding is restricted to homeowners whose household income does not exceed 80% of the area's median income, and to landlords who own fewer than 15 properties. And just as important as that funding is also cutting property taxes, but unfortunately it's not going to be cut for everyone, specifically older Pennsylvanians. The stimulus money will also fund a temporary 70% expansion of an existing state property tax relief program for people 65 or older and those with disabilities. Typically funded by the Pennsylvania Lottery, the program will get a one-time $140 million infusion. Last year, the program provided checks to 430,000 renters who make under $15,000 and homeowners who make under $35,000. Someone who received the maximum refund of $650 will receive an additional $455 under the one-year expansion. And uber imperative, especially now with the vast majority of the country returning and back to work, is that we fund childcare. Under the Department of Human Services, the Childcare Stabilization Program will award grants to childcare providers to retain staff charged with the direct supervision of children or environmental services. These one-time payments are meant to supplement existing staff wages and max out at $2,500. The program will accept applications on a rolling basis until the $90 million appropriation is spent or until the federal money expires in 2026, whichever comes first. And we also have to help out the elderly in other ways. One of those ways includes nursing homes, and this funding would in fact provide funds to nursing homes. The plan directs $250 million in one-time payments to a number of long-term facilities and services, including nursing homes, home health care agencies, and adult daycare services. Another area in which we rarely see stimulus programs provide funding to is actually law enforcement. The spending plan also includes $260 million in grants for law enforcement agencies to upgrade their technology, support recruitment efforts, and prosecute gun violence, so important. The local law enforcement support grant program will provide $135 million to agencies for reasons including the purchase or upgrading of new equipment, hiring non-traditional police personnel such as crisis intervention specialists, and funding retention and recruitment efforts. Especially with rising crime across the country, and particularly in this case, high crime areas in Pennsylvania, it's so important that we want to fund our law enforcement agencies. And this topic is definitely timely with the pandemic, especially. We want to make sure that people have access to good mental health care, and this in fact would provide money to that. The budget also creates a behavioral health commission for adult mental health made up of legislators, cabinet secretaries, law enforcement, healthcare industry officials, and experts, and sets aside $100 million to address problems it identifies. You also have some miscellaneous spending, nowhere near the amounts of money that are going to the aforementioned areas. These are way out of that realm, but they are small expenditures. The plan will direct $3.8 million in stimulus money to public libraries, $15 million to arts and cultural nonprofits, $3 million to biotech research, $25 million to utility relief, $1.4 million in emergency pandemic relief to non-public schools, and an additional $35 million to a student loan relief program for nurses that was created last year. Finally, the plan transfers up to $42.33 million to the state's Unemployment Compensation Trust Fund, which pays for jobless benefits for people who are out of work. Business groups had pushed for such a transfer to ward off an increase in their own unemployment fee rates. Not many, but some people are still unemployed and out of work, or perhaps they're unable to work because of the pandemic. So we want to make sure that unemployment is still funded and still running smoothly with no bumps in the road. Now, obviously, the big question here is, what about stimulus checks? Are we going to see any stimulus checks from this package? And the answer to that question is, unfortunately, stimulus checks were left out of this funding. Democratic Governor Tom Wolf pushed very hard to try to get stimulus payments into the pockets of Pennsylvanians, and unfortunately, Pennsylvanians will not be receiving any direct payments from these couple $1 billion. Unfortunately, he just couldn't get it done. There were a lot of lawmakers on the other side that disagreed with him. That's understandable, and they just felt that we shouldn't be providing money into the pockets of Pennsylvanians. But this is still a fantastic, comprehensive way to provide money indirectly into the hands of Pennsylvanians, whether that's through property tax relief or providing them with funds to help out with their homes or utilities. I'm curious what else should have been included in addition to those stimulus checks. What do you believe should have been included in this package? What do you think the governor should have had in this legislation to provide money to the people or help out the state? What are your thoughts? What would you have done differently? Let us know your thoughts and opinions down below. We'll keep an eye on other stimulus packages, whether or not they include stimulus direct payments. We'll definitely keep our eyes on them and remain watchful. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got value out of it. If you have any questions, as always, let us know down below in the comments section. But share the video with a friend, get the word out, smash the like button if you got value out of the video, and make sure you are subscribed and have notifications turned on. And if you want to get some free stocks, all mail free, use the links down below in the description of this video. Sign up with the brokerage platforms, Robinhood and or Webull. You'll get some free stocks, some valued up to thousands of dollars in some cases. So let us know what to actually get. And if you want to connect me on social media, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. Meet me down below in the links, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Take care for now.